go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, 18. Hey, team 6. Come on, team. 42 now.
On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first. First half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me. Check three.
Here's Trubisky. Taken down, back at his own 7. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Right here. Switch.
Again, it's Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Hey, 20. Hey, shell. Banjo.
Now it's Gurley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gurley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
He's checking. Shell. Blue draw Corker. Check. Super one.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go one more.
They run it again with Kamara. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Switch. Check 12.
They run. It's Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Sponge. No. On your team.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check three. Hey. Chester. Hey, watch it.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down LA.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Whirling.
Here's Gurley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check. Safe.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They try right side here, Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell Maverick. Shoot. Check 99. Value three.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Crunch.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Watch the shit! Jim! Out! Two! Watch twist! Value three! Hey, let's go!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Trubisky. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Trubisky, and we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
47's the mic, boy. 47. 47. I know he ain't got it. Tight dog. Obama.
After the interception, here's Gall. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for L.A., they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.